Hey everyone, welcome to the 11th weekly update for the Turf Battles Triumphus project. This week we have a rather large update for you guys. It might not seem as much, but it is. We also have some news in regards to a possible delay in the alpha testing. It's nothing huge, it might be a few days. I'll explain that in a second. This update's going to have a lot of the master skills and things like that. I know I told you guys last week that I was going to do the master skills and have the AoEs done all at the same time, but some things did happen this weekend and I got busy, and the system itself proved to be a bit more advanced than I had bargained for. So AoEs aren't in game yet. They will be in the next update next week, but I'll show you guys everything that we have done so far, and it's really opened up a lot of, I guess, development that can be made towards the game in terms of reusable code. But as I said earlier, we aren't 100% sure yet, but we might have a slight delay in our alpha testing estimated date. We were originally thinking that sometime in September would be when we would release the game for alpha testing. However, like I said, some things have happened in the past week, specifically with the person that was developing our IOCP base. I don't want to get into it too much because it'll just start drama, and the project just doesn't need any drama right now. We've decided to not go with the person that was doing it before. Instead, we're going to use the donation money to invest in a really solid IOCP server. It's top notch. It's used in dozens of popular server-based software. I won't go into detail as to which ones, but it's really top notch. It's amazing that we're able to use it on Turf Battles. It should reduce lag tremendously, if not completely. But the thing is, the person that will be developing it, or at least integrating it with our servers, is on vacation until the 22nd. Now, I've been speaking with him for a few months now, but we've only recently decided to take him on as our IOCP person because he is really expensive. But right now he's on vacation. He comes back on the 22nd, and then that's when we're going to start discussing criteria for the server and things like that, and he's going to start implementing it. Last time I asked, he believed that it would be possible to make a September launch date still. But again, that's barring any complications and things like that. So again, we're not saying it's going to be delayed for sure, but we're also not saying it's not going to be delayed. I hope you guys understand. We're still going to be making the updates and everything like that every Sunday, keeping you guys in the loop and all that stuff. But this will be good for the server. What else? I'm not sure if I've already mentioned it, but lots of people were requesting to donate to the server even after the Indiegogo campaign was closed. We were getting numerous emails, private messages, even Skype messages from players that just want to keep donating to the server, just to show their support. Since so many people were doing that, we decided that we would open a kind of second donation perk thingamajig. Basically, I made a topic. It's called "Want to Donate." Read this. It's just in the Talk About Anything section of the Turf Battles forums, and you can just go there and read up on it. Basically, we're offering 3 perks to anyone that donates. We can't offer the perks that were offered during the Indiegogo campaign because those were specific to the Indiegogo campaign, and it would be unfair to the people that donated at that time if we allowed other people to receive those same perks. And again, when we started the Indiegogo campaign, we let everyone know that those perks were only going to be offered during the Indiegogo campaign. But anyways, we're offering a beta tester perk, which is 30 USD. It'll give you access to the game's closed beta testing phase. Then we're also offering an alpha member, which is 60 USD, and will give you access to the game's alpha testing, which will be sometime in September if there is no delay. And our last perk is the game box, which is 65 USD. So we ship, you guys already all know about it, we just ship a physical copy of the game along with some graphical pieces and artwork and a booklet outlining all the information about the game and things like that. It's similar to the Diablo 3 World of Warcraft CD box or game box. So that's really cool. Unfortunately, we won't be offering the donor crown with anyone that purchases the game box now. The players that donated towards the Indiegogo campaign will receive a donor crown, just not the people that donated after. And again, these don't stack, so if you want to get the game box, that means that you have to donate 65 USD, but that does not unlock your alpha member. So if you want alpha member plus game box, that's 125 USD. So if you guys want to check that out, you can do that. If not, that's cool too. So I'm just going to go ahead and pause the video right now while I launch the game, and then we're going to go through all the updates that I've made this week. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and log in, and we're going to log in using a elite testing account, and we're going to play as a red mage today. I'm just going to make my screen size a little bit bigger for you guys. Hopefully that'll help you guys see. I'm just going to pause the video real quick just to make sure the video quality is okay. Alright, so it's okay. So as I mentioned before, this week we have master skills in the update. It was a really big part of development, so I spent a lot of time on just perfecting everything, making sure everything works properly, things like that. Right now, since we have no quest system implemented into the game yet, we are just gaining master skills by using an item. Currently I'm selling all the books at the GM shop. This will be different once the game is actually released, but so as I mentioned earlier, you just go to the store and you purchase an unlock master skills book. This will be changed when the game launches into a quest system where you have to complete the quest, and then that'll grant you master skills or unlock master skills, and then you'll have to collect gems from the islands and then exchange those gems at Dia for books. But anyways, we just unlocked it. We clicked the item twice, and that unlocked it. I've already given my character also trans. I'll get to the transformation later. But as you can see, we have 100 SC points. We have all of our skills as inactive because we have no skills yet. So I'm just going to go ahead and buy all the skills. I can get rid of that. I'm going to go ahead and buy all the skills so we can level up our skills. It's Guardian Protection. We don't need Fanatical. We don't need Endure. We don't need anything else from there. We don't need Fire Fury, but let's get Ice Fury. And Mana Barrier, of course. And now, okay, we have up to level 4 mana barrier. So just like in old turf battles, all you have to do is double click the item and it'll give you the skill level for that skill book. So I'm just going to go through some of the books and then I'll mess around so that you can see that it upgrades the book, and if you do something wrong it won't upgrade the book. But anyways, so Guardian Protection level 1, there it is. We now have Guardian Protection level 1. If we try to use a book that we can't use because our level's too low, then it won't let us use it. As you can see, you can't learn that skill. I'll buy another Guardian Protection level 1 book just so you guys can see that you can't use the same skill twice. Oops, it's over here. See, you can't learn that skill. I'll sell that book back. It also took 1 SC point. You need 1 SC point per book. You gain 1 SC point every 2 levels. So let's just keep leveling up Guardian Protection to level 10. I'll show you guys the stat window as we level up. So right now our basic magic defense is 300 because we have level 4 Guardian Protection. It should go up all the way to 1500 by the time we max out Guardian Protection. 400, 550, 700, 900, 1200, and level 10, 1500. So now we're just going to learn Ice Fury. Oh, that's right, I'm not a blue mage, so I can't use that skill. Let me just go ahead and sell all the Ice Furies back so we can buy Fire Fury. And we'll finish buying the rest of Mana Barrier. We bought up to level 4, so let's buy level 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so let's learn Fire Fury. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Level 10 Fire Fury. Consumes 1000 mana. Also on a side note, I have also made it so that all magic required skills now consume your mana. So if you use a magic skill, your mana is going to go down. If you use your master skills, your mana is going to go down. I also fixed a bug with potions that didn't heal your mana. I didn't realize it was just a common logic error, so I fixed that. Let's go ahead and finish leveling up Mana Barrier. There we go. Now we have Mana Barrier level 10, Fire Fury level 10, Guardian Protection level 10. We're going to go ahead and learn Illusion and Mental Command. I'm actually not going to show Illusion yet because I want to show you guys the difference between the effect. But I'll get the books in advance. So Mental Command 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and now Illusion 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's all the master skills that Red Mage will be able to use. So we're just going to go ahead and start learning Mental Command. Mental Command gives you mana just like it did in old turf battles. So if you look, our maximum mana is going to go up. Right now it's 7,719, 7,944, and we just keep going up with it. And level 10 for a total of 10,493 mana. I'll do Illusion after because I want to show you guys the difference in its effect. I'm just going to go ahead and go buy some potions from the store right now. There's no potion limit yet. There will be later. So I'll just add those two here. We will add a potion limit later. Just to go ahead and set up my hotkeys. On a side note, also the hotbar now saves and loads items, skills, and master skills, as to before it was only loading skills. This and that. and I'll put transformation here, and I'll put man barrier there, and fire fury here. I don't like that order, sorry. That's fine. This. Alright. So, as I mentioned before, all the master skills are working except for AoE skills. So, skills like Blast Blade and Soul Blade and... Sorry, not Soul Blade. Blast Blade and Blast Fist and Rainbow Arrow are the only three master skills that aren't working. I'll get them working for next week, hopefully, along with all the other AoE skills. However, we have implemented the buff system, so everything that uses a buff, we haven't coded all the buffs yet, but we have made the system, so things like transformation and mana barrier and things like that, those are all buffs that last a certain duration. So when you use your mana barrier, it's going to activate mana barrier, it's going to last X amount of time, I believe it's 3 minutes, and then it's going to remove your mana barrier, it's going to also remove it from everybody else's screen. That has been added. We also fixed a couple of issues with it where it would stack the animation repeatedly. We also have it so that transformation gives you another 1000 health when you activate it. What else? Mana barrier right now, it reduces the damage you take by a maximum of 40% at level 10, and then 60% of the damage that was reduced is also taken from your mana, just like in Turf Battles, just like it always has been. Okay, so I am going to turn on my mana barrier right now. There it is. And I'm just going to get Scotty here to hit me a couple times just so you can see that he never misses, or he rarely misses. So as you can see, my mana is also going down because of my mana barrier being on. And my health is obviously going down. The damage is reduced. He rarely misses on me. Whenever he does miss, it says miss on my screen. So while he's attacking, I'm just gonna teach myself the illusion skills so you can see the difference. There was 1 miss, 2 misses, 3 misses. And as you can see, he starts to miss a lot more because by the end of it, I have roughly 20 or 22% dodge rate. And so he can't hit me as often. And all those misses aren't doing any damage. Scotty just wants me to mention the pot limit, but I've already told you. The pot limit is going to be reduced to 1250, or implemented, I should say. Once the game, well, not once the game, but maybe by next week if I have time. I'm just going to stand still just so you can see that mana barrier does go away after 3 minutes. Should go away soon. I think it's almost been 3 minutes. Maybe not. We'll just keep going through the update, and when I notice it turns off, I'll let you know. We've made some changes to how red mages and blue mages information is calculated, just to make them more balanced. We didn't have the proper equations before. Right now we increase the total health for red mages and blue mages. We also increase the total AP for red mages and blue mages. That was wrong before. As well, we have increased the attack speeds for all of the blue mage attack speeds, attacks. They were too slow because we had set the wrong values, but we fixed that, so now comboing is much easier there. We also fixed a bug in the combo system where if you cast, say, one flame edge and then switch to meteor and the meteor hit, it would cause the flame edge to not hit. So we fixed that, and as you can see right now, mana barrier is now turned off because the buff ended. And we can reactivate it again if we want, and there it is. Took away some mana. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do some combos on Big Best Blade here, just so you guys can see that comboing is working perfectly now. As you can see, right now he has some ridiculous equipment. I'm pretty sure he has 10 rings on, and as well as a 10 set. Alright, so he has 10 rings on with an 8 set. And again, he's not black touched, so that is a notable difference. He just took his rings off. As you can see, I'm hitting 1.5Ks. And now I'm gonna do a combo and show you guys Fire Fury. Red mages and blue mages no longer crit as well. We were made aware that in Hyper Engines they never crit before, so we made that part of our game as well. I also made it so that master skills, at least Blast, Soul Fist, Soul Blade, Deadly Count, Fire Fury, and Ice Fury all show as crits. They're not actually hitting a crit, they just show as a crit so that you can see your master skill damage in the pool of normal damage. For example, if I were to shoot like 5 attacks right now and then do a Fire Fury, I wouldn't be able to tell which one was my Fire Fury damage, but since it's showing as a crit, now I can. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. As you can see, I hit a 5.2k crit with Fire Fury, and he apparently literally has 1 HP left. I'm gonna tell him to pot. I'm gonna tell him to pot through this, see if he can survive it. That was a bad cut. Again, he is a blade, so he does have a lot of health. As well, we also noticed that the defense on armors were off by about 2 points, 1 or 2 points each armor piece. So we increased the defense and magic defense of each armor piece by 1 or 2 per level. So for example, a level 10 item now has an extra 20 defense points and an extra 20 magic defense points. As well, we decreased the amount of HP that was given to blades simply because in the code I had made a mistake in calculating the strength value. It was, before it was doing vitality plus bonus vitality multiplied by something. I don't remember what it is off by hand, but and then it also did plus strength multiplied by strength. Strength plus strength multiplied by something, and what it should have been was strength plus bonus strength multiplied by something. So that's fixed now too. Right now we also feel that the AP of a blade is currently too strong. That being said, we have taken a serious look into how Hyper Engines has structured their AP system, and we've noticed that the AP system was lying and incorrect a lot of the time. For example, sometimes we would see people with 3k AP and they'd be hitting 15ks, which just wouldn't be possible. So it's quite clear that there was invisible values at play. So that being said, we're not going to pay too much attention. We're still going to pay attention to it, but not too much attention to the AP values in HyperEngine's TB. The defense values we're still going to be pretty strict about, but the AP, we just feel that there was too many hidden values to accurately be able to reproduce it. So we're just going to go with what feels right and what you guys think of it. So blades are going to get an AP nerf, just haven't got around to it. I think right now he has like 13k AP, and it's just quite ridiculous considering he doesn't even have a pet. So that will be changed. So I'm just going to go ahead and have him attack me and show you his masters. Use Soul Blade, just so you guys can see it. And it pretty much almost one hits me because his AP is so strong. And I'm pretty sure if he attacks me normally, with it, I'll die. Maybe not. Maybe I can tank it. Just show you a quick fight. And he won. Alright, so the final thing I want to show you on this red mage is the transformation skill. I haven't gotten through doing all the transformation skills yet. Right now none of them work except for the transformation skill itself. I might include that in the next update if I have time, in combination with AoEs and maybe potion limit and some other things. But I'm going to go ahead and show you that. So I just transformed and I gained 1000 HP. As you can see, he was able to see that I have trans. So this last 10 minutes, it gives you a 1000 HP bonus. It also allows you to use your transformation skills once you have them. So that's pretty cool. So a lot of people have been asking for a fight between two players that have even and realistic equipment, such as a level 8 set with 7-8 rings, maybe a 9 weapon or 10 weapons, since most people did have 10 weapons in HyperEngine's TB. But with an 8 armor set and 7-8 jewelry, 8-8 bands, and an 8-8 necklace, which was usually the most common set that a player would have in HyperEngine's TB. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to play as an archer. Scotty's going to play as a blade. And we're just going to see who wins, as well as the damage that's done. So this is my archer. 8. I've already added all the items to my character. Right now I have an 8-8 necklace, an 8-8 band set, and 7-8 rings. I also have a full 8 set on with a level 10 bow. I'll go ahead and put the level 8 bow on for one fight. I already have all of my master skills set to level 10. My Guardian Protection is at 10, my Endure is at level 10, so I have a total of 15,590 HP. As well, I have level 10 Fanatical, level 10 deadly count, and level 10 rainbow arrow. As well, we've also made an update to the game where dexterity now adds an attack speed bonus to your character. My attack speed is already higher than normal because I have level 10 fanatical. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and use my transformation skill if I can. Seems I can't because I'm not sure why, but I'll figure that out for the next update. Yeah, I'll figure it out for the next update. I'm just going to go ahead and put some skills here. And maybe triple lockdown. And I already have level 10 DC. So we're just going to go ahead and have a fight. I'm just going to put one more skill in my hopper, sorry. There we go. Okay, so let's go. So as you can see, I'm hitting 3Ks, 7.4K DC. And as you can see, he's hitting really hard for a Blade Warrior. And I won that fight. Again, we're both level 300s with statted stats. I'm right now statted pretty much purely into dexterity with a bit of extra into vitality. And I won that again. As you can see, I do hit crits though when it's not just DC. I'll show you that right now. See, I just hit a crit. Another crit. I'm sure you guys can hear me just spamming my potions. I'm sure that brings a smile to your guys' faces because it's bringing a smile to my face. Reminds me a lot of old turf battles. A lot of the fun in old turf battles was because you were always spamming potions and surviving a PvP fight. He seems to be surviving this time. There we go. So that was with a +8 bow. I'm going to try with a +10 bow and see how much quicker he goes down. There he is. So he's still able to tank me a bit. Pretty well, actually. I'm not sure if he's spamming ridiculously right now or not, but... And he's dead. I'm not sure if that's everything. Oh yeah, we've also fixed a bug. I'm not sure if you guys have noticed it in any of the other videos. But sometimes an item would have a -1 next to it. We fixed that. So things like the turf check scroll, if I use that right now, it'll show me your tribe does not own any turfs. That specific item does not use a scroll. When used, it has infinite uses, so it stays in your inventory. However, things like long reach return scrolls, they do go down. As you can see, I have 99, 98, 97, and that just keeps going down. I think that's it. I'm going to pause the video just to make sure, and I'll resume it after. Alright, so I actually completely forgot one of the most exciting bits of news that we had for you this week. We are now able to completely edit the game's graphics, graphic related content. Things like editing a map, we can do that now. Editing a model, such as an NPC, such as the red team referee. We can edit them now. We can even go as far as to import our own models, our own objects. We also believe we'll be able to import our own items and animations if we need to or if we want to. So I've been seeing a lot of things on the forums where people have been asking, for example, I think it was Punisher that asked that the attack gauntlet, the attack protector, be a gauntlet instead of a protector. We haven't actually set a vote on that, but if one day we do have a vote on that and you guys decide to do that, we now have that ability. So we can add NPCs, we can add new NPCs, we can add new monsters, we can add new animations to monsters or to characters, we can add new textures or retexture something, we can add different areas into the game, different maps, things like that. So that's really exciting. I hope you guys really take the value of that into mind. On a side note, I also noted that we have set the cooldown on master skills such as deadly count to 4 seconds. I think that is it for today. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video update. We'll be back next Sunday with another video update. Hopefully we'll have the AoE system completely done by then. As well, we'll try and get potion limits in there, as well as some other things. I'm also going to see about maybe starting redevelopment on the monster system, so we can get monsters attacking and things like that. And then that should be nice to see. But alright, that was it for today. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next week.